Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittney Bundles and today's video is a vlog video. So right now I'm working on my laptop and I'm processing a last minute order. The reason I call it a last minute order is because I had all of my packages, all of my orders, already packaged and ready to go out tomorrow sometime. I'm shooting for the morning, but it may be in the afternoon. And I just got a sample order that came through. Now for sample orders, I will go ahead and if I have enough time, I'll just go ahead and send that sample order out as soon as I can, like either the next day, if I'm already going to the post office at that point, or if I already have like my shipments for that day and I'm pretty busy, then I'll just wait and send out the sample orders like with the next shipment. So with this particular sample order, I did not have to, it came through like almost immediately after I got done packaging my orders. And the orders that I did package included some samples as well. But I decided to go ahead and do this last minute order and put it in with the packages that are going out tomorrow. So what I'm doing right now, you've seen me do in a couple other vlogs, probably more than a couple, but you saw me, do this before. So I'm writing the textures on the hair care instructions, and I'm doing this just to pretty much, I'm doing it ahead of time because I want to give the textures that I'm writing down time to dry, because the pen that I'm using, a lot of times when I go ahead and just continue with my samples, the order just, sometimes it just get smeared. So I didn't want that to happen. So you just saw me capture the payment. I did block it out just for security, but that's what I was doing. I was capturing the payment. And while I'm waiting for the textures to dry, I'm going to move on to doing some housework. So right now I'm unloading the dishwasher and I'm going to load it up again. I'm also going to clean out my microwave. I have not cleaned out my microwave in like a week. And I try to clean out my microwave like every few days, like maybe I want to say like every 3 to 4 days, at least. Like, I try to do it a few times a week, but I would say like every 3 days. Yeah. But sometimes I don't do it twice a week. Sometimes I just end up being able to do it once a week. So today I looked in my microwave this morning and I'm like, okay, like I'm not going to push it back anymore. I'm definitely going to clean it out today. So what you're seeing me doing right now is I am rinsing out dishes to put in the dishwasher. And I'm going to go ahead and clean out the microwave in just a moment. Also, days like this, I like to do a lot of multitasking. So I like to reply back to emails periodically. So when I get done with a certain task, I'll look on my computer and I'll see if I have any messages from like my Shopify ping, or if I have any messages from my email or DMs that I need to reply back to. If I do get a chat, then I am notified on my phone as well. But sometimes I like to just go back to my computer just to make sure that there's nothing that I missed or overlooked. So, or something that maybe was sent over via chat but didn't come to my phone for some reason. Normally, all of the chats normally come to my phone, but there are some times where there may be a chat that didn't come to my phone that's still on my computer. So I just want to double check and make sure that I am looking at everything and I'm not missing anything at all. I've also been working on a few projects that I'm going to talk to you about probably in the next few months. But yeah, I've just been kind of multitasking. We just got over like a snowstorm, and so it kind of delayed me sending out packages as soon as I wanted to send them out because of the snowstorm. And then also, it's a holiday right after that, so I wasn't able to send them out like I said, as soon as I intended to. So that's that. I am going to talk a little bit more about my experience with the snowstorm being down south. This is my first down south snowstorm, so I want to talk to you all about my experience and kind of compare and contrast from the snowstorms that I've gone through before living in Michigan. So if you are interested in hearing that, be sure to stick around for the entire video and I will go over that with you. So let me go ahead and stop talking for just a moment. I'm going to play some music and I'll be right back with you all in a moment. And the hair care instructions that I wrote the hair textures on are dry now. So I'm going to pull out some bags. I actually have just 5 samples to package. So I'm going to go ahead and package up my Brazilian straight, my Brazilian body wave, Mongolian deep wave, Mongolian kinky curly, and also 613 Brazilian body wave. If you are interested in starting a hair business, please be sure to take a look at my sample kits or sample options, excuse me. I do have a sample kit where I provide 4 full 12-inch bundles in textures Brazilian straight, Brazilian body wave, Mongolian deep wave, and Mongolian kinky curly. And you can use those bundles to promote on your website, on your social media pages. You can also use those bundles to test, to show on-hand customers, and also secure more on-hand purchases by being able to showcase how the texture looks and feels, how the wefts are, so that potential customers and clients can actually see that before they purchase. And then also, if you are interested in a different sample option, I offer 4-inch weft samples where you receive about 4 inches of weft hair. So in any texture that you choose. I do have all of the textures available that I just mentioned. Plus, I also offer 613 Brazilian body wave with the 4-inch weft samples. So if you are interested in any of those sample options, be sure to check out my website, which is badshakir.com. For those of you that are new to this channel or, are maybe not new to this channel but didn't know, I do offer drop shipping options as well as wholesale, and I offer buy now, pay later. So if you are interested in starting your hair business, I do have tons of options to present to you that can help you do that. Options that include having inventory on hand, and options that include me being able to house your inventory and send out the orders that your customers place on behalf of your business. If you are interested in any any of these options, or if you want more information, be sure to contact me via email. My email address is btalks@yahoo.com. You can leave me a comment, hit me up on any of my social media networks. That information is down below this video. actually made it to this point in the vlog, so thank you to everyone that is still here. I did a vlog recording like 2 days of me, and this is the third day. And I wanted to take an opportunity to tell you all a little bit about how my first winter storm was living down south. So let me explain, let me kind of back up a little bit, give you a little backstory. So I'm someone that used to watch the news every single day, religiously. I would watch CNN every single morning with my coffee, and that would be my like schedule. I did that every single morning until I got tired of hearing bad news at the beginning of my day. Like I just got tired of it to the point that I said, okay, I'm not gonna watch CNN anymore. I'm gonna download a few apps and I'm gonna check in with what's going on in the world periodically. So that's what I do. You know, I check in maybe once or twice a week, but I'm not religiously watching the news because honestly, you know, I know it's good to stay up to date on what's going on in the world, but there's so much that I can take. You know, I don't want to hear sad or bad news all day, every day. Like I really don't. I noticed that it played a part on my productivity and my thinking. You know, I just didn't like to hear that in the beginning of my day. So when I used to hear people say, I don't watch the news, I don't like watching the news all the time, I used to think, who doesn't want to watch the news? Until I was, you know, until I finally saw, I'm like, okay, well, this is, not saying I'm not going to watch it daily anymore ever, but for right now, I'm not going to watch the news every single day. I wasn't checking in with my app as much as I normally did. So I went to the grocery store, Ingles, and when I went in, I noticed that everything was off of the shelf. And I remember when I was living in Michigan, when everything was off of the shelf, that was when we had our lockdown. So I was like, okay, are we having another lockdown that I wasn't, you know, up to date on? Because all the ramen noodles were gone. I get ramen noodles because my sons and I love ramen noodles. What else? Milk was gone, meat was gone. I mean, everything you could think of was pretty much gone. Like the shelves were bare, and I'm like, what is going on? So I overheard people in the store talking about it being a winter snowstorm. And I'm like, what? Like it's a snowstorm. So I looked on my weather app on the phone and I could see that it was, you know, it was a severe weather or snow, you know, it was like a severe weather alert for snow on my phone through my like weather app. And so I went to Walmart to get the things that I needed because Walmart still had a little bit of food there. And I came back in and I was really preparing for it to be like a huge storm. And so it started snowing, and at night, the snow sounds different than how it sounds, you know, in Michigan. I don't know if it's because of the like level I'm on in this apartment, because before in Michigan, you know, I lived in my house, so things can sound different. I don't know if it sounds different because there's more like mountains around like the area that I'm in. You know, I really don't know. I don't know why it sounds different, but it really did. And it sounded more so like hail, but it was snow. And the snow came down really fast. It came down really hard. And it wasn't a lot of snow like I anticipated. It wasn't as much snow on the ground as like it would be in Michigan. But they didn't have all of the like snow trucks that we have in Michigan out on the roads. And they didn't have like all of the like the salt trucks, and it just wasn't a lot of that going on. So I could definitely see why a lot of people got what they needed to get and stayed in the house. First I was thinking, well, I know how to drive in snow, so it'd be fine. And you know, if I needed to go someplace, it would have been fine, but the roads were completely different because the way that they clean the roads here and the way that they clean the roads in Michigan are different. So people that live like in like more rural areas or more like in the country, I could definitely see how they would have a harder time going to the grocery stores, getting to work and things like that. There were some cars that were stuck trying to even get out of the parking spot in my apartment complex, and all of the stores were closed even the next day. I tried to make a dentist appointment like the day after, and all of the dentist offices were closed. I called the day after the storm, and the day after, like 2 days after the storm, excuse me, and they had a delayed opening a lot of the dentist offices that I called around for, because I was just like, let me call and see if there's any, because I don't have like an established dentist here. I'll just go to any place that accepts my insurance. So I was calling at places that accepts my insurance and that were accepting new patients, and just trying to see what my best option was. And most of the places I called were either closed or they had a delayed opening. So I'm like, oh, okay. So at this point, you know, just being down here with the first winter storm, I can say that I do prefer like the snow here still, because it doesn't last that long. Like the storm and the snow on the ground, it lasted for all about 2 to 3 days, and that was it. Back home, like in Michigan, if we have like a snow storm, it's gonna be a lot of snow. And even though there's trucks out and salt, you know, trucks that will plow the snow and salt trucks and things like that, more than likely it's still going to be pretty bad if it's like a snowstorm. And it's going to be more like extremely cold. One of the reasons that the snow melted so fast is because it's not as cold here. I don't want to say it's not cold, because it definitely is. It got cold, which was shocking to me, because I was expecting to, you know, move down south and not have to deal with snow at all. And people told me, you know, hey, when it starts to snow, it's going to be bad. And I just thought that, you know, their bad and my bad were different, which I mean, it kind of is different. But like, again, because they don't have all of the like equipment that I'm used to having on the roads, it does make the roads unsafe to drive in a lot of different areas, because there's a lot of snow and ice still on the road. But the good thing is it melts very fast. You know, it doesn't stay for like weeks and weeks and weeks. There's like a little bit of snow still in certain store parking lots, like pushed over to the end of the parking lot or into like one parking space, but there's not a lot of snow out here at all. So that was that. Yeah, it was really different being here for my first winter storm. I've never seen all the stores bare, all the, you know, like all the noodles and meat and milk gone and things like that. But now, like if I'm still here next year, I'm going to definitely stock up before the snowstorm comes, because when I went to Walmart before the snowstorm, I didn't get a lot of stuff. I just got stuff for like lunch and dinner for like 2 nights. I didn't do like a whole bunch of grocery shopping. Yeah, that was my experience. So I just wanted to share that all with you all. Going forward, I am still going to do vlogs, and I am going to keep coming out with content videos. If you have any ideas or suggestions of what type of content you do want to see from me, please feel free to leave that down below in the comments. I do want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.